Alright. One of the greatest zombie films of all time. George A. Romero's original masterpiece, Night of the Living Dead. Wow, what a great film. Well, hello. It's Chris here again. As you can see, I'm donning my Chucky merch. Hopefully you got to see that snitches get stitches, you know. Fortunately, I can't find my Child's Play VHS. Maybe it got sold in a garage sale, but that's okay because a new one's on its way. But what we do have is the very exclusive Chucky Fanta that was released last year during Spooky Month. And although naturally it would go much better with a Chucky film, I thought out of all my VHS collections, this illustrious Chucky Fruit Punch would go good with George A. Romero's classic Night of the Living Dead. And what better way to celebrate it than within a skull glass? So, this is not an actual juice drink, you know, it's all prosthetic, you know, artificial kind of flavoring, you know, and it's got 260 calories, and it's pretty decent, right? So let's go ahead and look at the ingredients here. Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, less than 2% of citric acid, natural flavors, caramel color, sodium benzoate to protect taste, sodium citrate, red 40, yeah, bottled under authority of the Coca-Cola Company by a member of the Coca-Cola Bottlers Association, Atlanta, Georgia, 3327. So, punch flavored soda and other natural flavors. Fanta, Chucky's Punch, Chucky, available on digital. So, Chucky is definitely a horror icon, right? Doesn't get much greater than Chucky as far as haunted dolls. And of course, we've got a new iconic haunted doll, Annabelle, and then what's that? It's the Roger the Doll film, based on the Roger the Doll thing. And then of course you got Puppet Master and the film Dolls. So there's quite a bit of haunted dolls films out there, but I think out of all of them, you know, Chucky from Child's Play stands out. I know I love at least almost all the Chucky films that I've seen, and Seed of Chucky is definitely a guilty pleasure of mine for as well. I think it's quite hysterical if you look at it as it's meant to be a comedy. But Child's Play 1 and 2, really great films. I think the second film is the best one, but I really do love the third one as well. And then Bride of Chucky is amongst one of my favorite because as it stands within the Frankenstein films, Bride of Frankenstein is my favorite. So I guess anything with the title Bride in it normally ends up becoming my favorite type film in that franchise. However, I would have to say that Child's Play 2, I think, is above all my favorite. I think that one's really terrifying. And of course, growing up in the 90s, Child's Play 3 was infamous because people that film was accused of inspiring a real-life tragedy, and you know, so that's really upsetting and stuff like that. But as far as this goes, we're really going to be talking more about the fruit punch, the soda. So let's go ahead and crack it open and see what we think, huh? Let's see here. Smells like delicious murder. I really like so far the coloring. I think it's really great. You can really see the red 40. It really stands out quite a bit. It smells really good. It smells like kind of like Kool-Aid in a way, but like a more sweeter Kool-Aid. It's definitely going to be, I feel like, juicier just based on its smell, and a lot more sugary. It definitely has, let's see, it has 70 grams of total sugar. So let's give it a taste. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, this really makes me wish I had Chucky on. Ooh. Yeah, I would have to say that it's really refreshing, especially for it being like a soda. It's really smooth, and it's got this like kind of crispy carbonated vibe, and it's really good. Like, I think if you really enjoy like fruit punch and kind of like Capri Suns and what was those like little kiwi ones as well, and that just Kool-Aid-esque type things, it's really for you. I think it's great. It's almost kind of like childlike, but also it's really good. Yeah, it's pretty delicious, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's got some... It almost makes me feel like I'm drinking blood. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. It feels murderously good. And I'm not sure if this is just a seasonal drink, and if it is, then that's a shame. Hopefully it'll come out again this year. I was stoked to see that there was still a version of this. And don't worry, this is caffeine free, so if you don't drink caffeine or don't want to, this one is caffeine free. I like caffeine, so I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't have it, but beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, it's just really good. It reminds me, like, this would be really good on a hot summer day, and you're ready for it to be Halloween, and for some random reason some TV station like TNT, I don't even think that exists anymore, showing my age there, or Showtime or HBO or Paramount or whatever has a late night Child's Play on or something. Like, I feel like this, it would be like the perfect viewing of that, right? And speaking of which, man, I think why I like Child's Play 3 a lot is I think it's really cool that Andy, is now in boot camp. It's kind of got that military vibe. Full Metal Jacket, I think, is one of my favorite of all time kind of military films. And so I feel like Child's Play 3 is like Full Metal Jacket, but like slasher. And it's just so fun to watch. And then that third act with them at that kind of weird, like, carnival kind of roller coaster Six Flag place, with you get all that kind of like nice ambient lights, that kind of hammer green, hammer reds. I just think it's really awesome and bodes really well. And I remember watching it back in the day on VHS from renting it from an old movie rental place, and this was right before Blockbuster moved directly across the street from it. It's kind of messed up now that I think about it, because that movie recording place definitely went out of business shortly after that happened. But I just remember renting it and feeling like I was doing something wrong, I mean, obviously I was a kid, so my mom rented it for me, but I just remember feeling so taboo that I had my hands on this controversial, film, and already at that time period, I was listening to music that in the town I was listening to was considered bad, like AC/DC, Kiss, and, Marilyn Manson, all that kind of stuff. I think Korn had just come out. I believe Slipknot had kind of came out. I think that was like later, so. But it was just kind of like those kind of, early new metal type bands with the Jinko jeans and all that stuff that was really big in the 90s, right? And I just remember popping it into my old TV here, and it scared me so bad. Like, it was great. And then, I thought I was a little disappointed because I was like, man, that's the end of the Chuckies. And I remember I would call my friends over, and I had Child's Play 1, and then I don't think I had 2, but I would rent 2 and 3 at the same time and come home and just watch them all back to forward. So I really, really, really love the Chucky films. And I think that they're timeless classics. I really do. Now, as far as where the property is now, honestly, I'd hate to say that I've kind of stopped caring after Seed of Chucky. I mean, I think it comes to a point where it's like, how much more can you do with the character? I saw the remake with Mark Hamill, and I thought Mark Hamill did a good job, and I like the idea of it being kind of like AI robotics. I feel like that movie is a little, I don't want to say ahead of its time, because, I mean, AI is much more of a reality now than it kind of was when it came out. That was still kind of considered science fiction. So I think it's just really kind of creepy that it's like a malfunctioning AI. I like the premise of that film, but all in all, you know, it's pretty bad, I would say. Like, I'm kind of torn on some of the remakes of the slashers. You know, there's a Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, the Chucky one. They didn't really do a Scream remake, I don't think. They had that like TV show, but I was like, it's too much for me. And speaking of TV shows, I know Chucky has a TV show, and yeah, I saw the trailer and it just doesn't look like it's for me, you know, and that's fine. Not everything is going to be for some people, but it looks like it really wasn't for a lot of people, because I don't think that it's continuing anymore, or is it? So yeah, I don't know. I'm totally out of touch with it, and like I said, I kind of old school Chucky fan. For me, Chucky's Child's Play 1 through 3, Bride of Chucky, and I love Seed of Chucky. It's a guilty pleasure. And the remake, but I mean, I would much rather watch the originals than the remake, and I think a lot of people would agree on that. But I'm happy to see that Chucky is still around. So much so that there's a soda out. Like, this, if you would have told me in the 90s, hey Chris, hey Gill-boy, there's gonna be soda of Chucky by the time you're grown up, I would look at you like you were crazy, because this was taboo. This was considered evil. This was considered like satanic or whatever. And so it's just shocking to me to see that this is a thing, and I'm glad it is. I think it's freaking awesome. Like, I'm all for it, and I really enjoyed the Michael Myers Fanta of that as well. And unfortunately, I don't know if I could find that one, but I'm gonna try, and if I can, I'll review it. I'm gonna pour me one little glass here. Taste it, see what we got going here. Again, that smell, man, it just, the aroma of the soda is really good. Like, I just don't even know. I think this would go really good with Twizzlers. Yeah, Twizzlers would go hard. Maybe even a Baby Ruth, you know. Yeah, it's so good. Man, I wish I had another bottle. I'm gonna have to save some of this for the wife. I want her to try it. It's so good. Honestly, maybe putting a little bit of cranberry vodka in this would go good. Like, you could use this as a mixed drink to make a cocktail. I could see that being really good. It'd be fun to make like a Chucky cocktail that you could serve on a Halloween party or something like that, and use this flavor. I would go more like either a vodka or a lighter rum. Kind of like a Bacardi rum or something like that. Mix that with this, or like a vodka, or, I mean, you could do tequila, but I feel like the corn flavor would mess up the fruitiness of this for some reason. Man, I feel so grateful to get to taste this and to try that. It's so cool. I really would love to see a Jason soda and a Freddy soda, and I'm hoping Angry Orchard will release those Jason ciders that they did. That was really good. I wish I could find one of those. I'd definitely review that. But yeah, so what are my thoughts on this Fanta? What more can be said? Honestly, I would say this is an 8 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fruit punch guy. I'm not. So that's actually pretty high ranking for me for a fruit punch, because I kind of tend to not care too much for those, unless it's like one of those like little pouches ones. But I mean, hey, I'm going back for a third sipping here. I'm trying to save half of this because this is really good. It's probably that none of those preservative addictive chemicals they got going on in here, right? But no, it's really delicious. Joking aside, I if you can still find one and get your hands on one, definitely do it. Cool, man. I think it's really cool and surreal that we even have this. So, yeah. Man, it's great. Check it out. And it just looks so great in the glass, too, you know? It's just, oh, it's like blood. It's freaking metal, bro. Oh, man. Well, yeah. So, definitely go find you any copy of Child's Play, any one of them, and get you a pack of Twizzlers or Butterfinger or Baby Ruth or a Hershey bar or Twix even. Get you this Fanta, maybe some Doritos, some popcorn. Cheetos popcorn is what I would recommend, honestly. Sit back and relax. Enjoy yourself, man. You'll have a great time. It's really delicious. 8 out of 10. Definitely check it out. But here's Gill-boy. I think he wants to talk to you guys real fast. Until next Wednesday, see you guys later. Peace out.
Hello everybody, Gill-boy here, and I just wanted to say happy Wednesday here at the Lagoon, at the bar. I hope you're enjoying yourself in the little TV room here. This is very similar to where we do our deep dives, but I've always found that bars can be turned into multiple usages, a place of viewing and partying as well as partying and viewing. And it's always 5 o'clock somewhere, so I really hope that you've enjoyed this review of Fanta's Chucky's Punch. It's really tasty. I can't recommend it enough. As Chris said, pair it with a good Child's Play film, and I would definitely recommend Child's Play 2 or Child's Play 3 to pair this with. Of course, you can't go wrong with the first one either. Child's Play definitely set the bar for slashers of that time period and horror films because it incorporated a creepy doll. And there's so many iconic scenes in that film with so many great practical effects and special effects and just overall good storytelling, mixing creepy voodoo with voodoo dolls with a psycho killer. And Bradley Dorff just gives an amazing performance, an iconic performance. As Chucky, he's really good in anything he does, especially in The Lord of the Rings as Wormtongue. And then, of course, he plays basically Satan in The Exorcist 3. So phenomenal actor, phenomenal performance. And it's so cool that his iconic voice acting as well as just acting in general in that film have caused Fanta to be able to come out and create this kind of soda line in memory of this iconic character in horror. So I just wanted to promote this drink and get us all kind of in the mindset of Halloween because, I mean, it's only a few months away, right? So might as well start thinking and planning now on how you're going to party. And I would highly recommend you get some Chucky's Punch to party for your Halloween party. Now, just ask yourself, how creepy do I look behind the punch? I look like I'm going to come out and startle everyone, right? But I'm not. I just wanted to say goodbye and just kind of, give my own 2 cents here. As I said, 5 p.m. at the Lagoon is always when I exfoliate my gills, and it's not something that should be recorded or seen. But until next time, I will see you all then. Bye. Stay salty, stay spooky.
So thinking that, maybe you could come over and, bring your drums and I could say it and give my honest feedback, criticisms on your skills. So I'm really happy with that. You like Behemoths and Dark Funerals. So that's really good. But yeah, just come by. So I was gonna have a special drink for you. It's called Fanta's Chucky's Punch. It's gonna be great. So we're gonna make some pretty brutal shit with that sauce. I'll see you soon. Bye. Yeah, I can't wait to get the shovels.